If you don't feel time slowing down inside you within 30 seconds, you can skip this video. Thoth, the Egyptian god of time, hid a two-phase technique capable of rejuvenating the body. I won't reveal the complete technique now. First, I'll prove to you that the mechanism works on you at this very moment. Close your eyes for a second. Inhale through your nose, counting to 4. Now bring to mind an image of a moment when you felt strong and full of life. Feel the emotion of that instant in your chest. Exhale slowly through your mouth. There you go. Did you feel that change, that warmth? You just used your consciousness to access a frequency from the past and bring it into the present. Time obeyed you, even if only for a moment. You've already received the first installment, proof that your mind controls time in your body. Now, I'm going to show you why that feeling disappears and how aging takes back control. Later, I'll deliver the first phase of the Thoth technique to tune your body to the frequency of youth. And only when your system is ready will I release the second phase, the power memory, which fixes regeneration in your cells. If you believe that the power to change your reality lies within you, comment, "My body obeys my mind." Stay with me, because without the complete sequence, the effect won't hold up. Let's begin. The body is the glove of the soul. The glove wears out, but the hand remains the same. That legendary place, the starting point of our quest, leads us directly to ancient Egypt, but to a history much older than the pharaohs we know. The oldest legends whisper that Thoth was not just a mythological deity, but a real priest-king, a survivor of a lost and far more advanced civilization, Atlantis. After a great cataclysm that sank his homeland, he is said to have migrated to Egypt, bringing with him knowledge that far surpassed the understanding of the time. He was not just a sage, he was a master of life and death, a being who had triumphed over time. To protect his most precious knowledge, the science of immortality, Thoth built a mythical place, an underground realm known as the Halls of Amenti. Esoteric tradition states that this chamber is not merely a legend, but a physical location, hidden deep within the earth, possibly located beneath the Giza Plateau, guarded by the enigmatic figure of the Sphinx. This was not a tomb for the dead, like the pyramids, but quite the opposite. A chamber of rebirth for the living, a center of spiritual technology designed for the complete regeneration of the physical body. Legend says that every cycle of hundreds or even thousands of years, Thoth returned to this subterranean sanctuary. There he bathed in an energy he described as the flower of life, a kind of ethereal fire, a source of liquid light that had the power to reverse the aging process and completely rejuvenate his physical form. This allowed him to maintain the same body for ages, witnessing the rise and fall of civilizations. This was not a miracle in the religious sense, but the application of a precise science, a spiritual physics that he later codified in one of the most mysterious texts in history, the Emerald Tablets. In these short yet immensely profound texts, Thoth reveals the basis of his power. He teaches that immortality is not about the infinite preservation of a body, but rather about the mastery of consciousness over matter. One of his fundamental principles is that the universe is mental. This means that the reality we perceive is not solid and fixed, but a direct reflection of our thoughts, beliefs, and vibrations. The material world is a consequence of the mental world, and if this is true, then the Halls of Amenti were much more than a physical place. They were, in fact, a state of consciousness, a specific frequency zone where the laws of chronological time dissolve and the primordial life force can be accessed and restored in its entirety. The great secret that Thoth guarded was not a formula to fight against time, which would be a losing battle, but rather a method to align oneself with eternity, to resonate with the infinite flow of creation. To do this, he did not focus on treatments for the physical body, but on something much more subtle and powerful. He focused on an energetic structure that the Egyptians called sacred anatomy, a map of our energy body that we all possess, but which most of us have completely forgotten. It is an invisible system that animates and sustains our body of flesh and blood. The true fountain of youth is not in an external source, but within this secret anatomy waiting to be rediscovered. And to understand how to access it, we first need to understand the parts that make up this invisible body of ours. Your secret anatomy, the energy that animates you. For the ancient Egyptians, the idea that we are merely a physical body would have been a joke. For them, you are much more than flesh, blood, and bones. You are a multidimensional energy system, a constellation of different bodies and souls. The physical body, which they called Khat, was seen only as the temporary vehicle, the shell. What truly gives you life, what animates and moves you, is an invisible force they called Ka. Ka is your life force, the spark of pure energy that connects you directly to the source of all life in the universe. Think of the Ka as an invisible energy matrix, a luminous field that surrounds and penetrates every part of your body, sustaining and informing each of your cells. It is the original blueprint, the energetic mold from which your physical body is built and maintained. Interestingly, neuroscientist Jacobo Grinberg, in his studies on consciousness, described something very similar, which he called the neuronal field, an energetic structure that contains all the organism's information. But beyond the Ka, the universal vital energy, there is the Ba. The Ba, often represented as a bird with a human head, symbolizes your individual soul, your unique personality, that which makes you you. It is your individualized consciousness with its memories, tastes, and history. While the Ka is the life energy, the Ba is the consciousness that experiences that life. In the Egyptian view, aging and illness are nothing more than the weakening of the Ka, a gradual disconnection from our vital energy source, usually caused by a life of stress, negative emotions, and misalignment with our purpose. The great objective of the Egyptian spiritual journey and the key to immortality was, after death, to unite the Ka and the Ba to give birth to a third body, the Akh. The Akh was the glorified being, an immortal body of light, the perfect fusion between universal life force and individual consciousness. It was the complete transcendence of time and matter. Thoth's technique, however, proposed something even more radical. To achieve this state of union and regeneration while still alive without needing to go through physical death. Thoth's method did not focus on creams, potions, or surgeries for the physical body. His entire science was centered on reviving, strengthening, and purifying the Ka, the vital energy. The key to this internal alchemical process lies in a sacred focal point in the body, an energetic portal where the universal energy of the Ka and your individual consciousness of the Ba can meet, dance, and merge. This point, known to initiates of many ancient traditions, is the true center of power for the regeneration of time. And the most incredible thing of all is that you have this portal inside you right now. It's not something you need to build or acquire. It's part of your sacred biology, a small gland located right in the geometric center of your brain, patiently waiting to be activated. It is from this point that all the magic of regeneration begins. And its activation is the secret to opening the door to the timeless dimension that exists within you. This sacred portal, the meeting point between vital energy and consciousness, is known in numerous traditions around the world as the third eye. But this is not just a mystical concept. Anatomically, it corresponds to a real physical structure, the pineal gland. A small gland, shaped like a pine cone, located deep in the center of your brain. The ancient Egyptians knew the crucial importance of this gland and represented it in a veiled but precise way, in one of their most famous symbols, the Eye of Horus. If you take a diagram of the Eye of Horus and superimpose it onto a cross-section of the human brain, the correspondence is astonishing and undeniable. The different parts of the eye's design align perfectly with the structures of the limbic system, such as the thalamus, the hypothalamus, and, prominently, the pineal gland itself. This is clear evidence that they knew this was not an ordinary eye for seeing the physical world, but rather an organ of subtle perception, a biological antenna capable of capturing the highest frequencies of reality and translating them into conscious experience. Modern science, with its materialistic view, has long considered the pineal gland merely as a producer of melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep cycles. But now, cutting-edge researchers are beginning to discover what the ancient masters have known for millennia. In altered states of consciousness, such as deep meditation, near-death experiences, or through certain substances, the pineal gland can produce DMT, dimethyltryptamine, which is often called the spirit molecule. This substance causes a radical alteration in the perception of reality. It has the ability to temporarily dissolve the boundaries of the ego, the feeling of being a separate individual, and, crucially, the perception of linear time. It is the chemical key that opens the door to the direct perception of the energy field that surrounds us. Grinberg's neuronal field. Consciously activating the pineal gland is like awakening the inner observer, that part of you that is not subject to the ticking of the clock, that exists outside of time. It is the eye that sees energy before it solidifies into matter. It is the eye that perceives the dance of possibilities before they manifest as reality. When this inner eye opens, time ceases to be a tyrant dragging you towards decay and transforms into a malleable flow, a river of potential that your consciousness can navigate and direct. You cease to be a passenger and become the pilot of your journey through time. But for this gland to function as a portal, for it to activate and open the doors of perception, it needs a very specific type of fuel. It's not a chemical fuel, but an energetic one. It's a subtle energy that is generated only when two of the most powerful forces in your being are aligned and working in perfect harmony: your mind and your heart. This union creates a state of coherence, and it is this coherence that generates the frequency of youth. The frequency of youth. The energy field that sustains you, the ka, is not a philosophical idea or a poetic metaphor. It is a measurable biophysical reality. Cutting-edge quantum physics is revealing that the human body functions as a complex network of luminous communication. Each of the trillions of cells in your body constantly emits particles of light called biophotons. The quality and coherence of this light directly determine your state of health, vitality, and consequently your biological age. It is the light of life. When your mind and heart are in a state of coherence, that is, when your thoughts, emotions, and breath vibrate in a harmonious and synchronized rhythm, the light emitted by your cells organizes itself into perfect and symmetrical patterns. Information flows unblocked through your energy field. This is the natural state of health, vitality, and youth. In this state, your body regenerates efficiently and naturally because it is perfectly attuned to your original energy matrix, your blueprint for perfection. However, the reality for most people is quite different. When we live immersed in low-frequency emotions, such as fear, anger, resentment, or chronic stress, the light pattern emitted by our cells becomes chaotic, disorganized, and weak. These negative emotions act as static electricity in cellular communication, compressing the energy field and fragmenting the flow of vital information. It is in this state of misalignment and vibrational chaos that the aging process accelerates dramatically. In this state, the body stops receiving clear instructions from its energy matrix and begins to deteriorate. It's like a building being constructed without a clear blueprint, where the workers become confused and start making mistakes. On the other hand, elevated emotions such as love, gratitude, joy, and compassion have the opposite effect. They expand your energy field, increase the coherence of your biophotons, and create what some scientists call time dilation, a state where biological processes shift to a regenerative and rejuvenating rhythm. The great secret, therefore, is not just superficially positive thinking. It's about actively cultivating a state of deep and sustained coherence. It's a vibrational alignment that has the power to restructure the very light that organizes the matter of your body. It's about generating an energy field so harmonious that it literally reprograms your cells for youth. And when this coherence reaches its peak, when the harmony between mind and heart is total, something even more extraordinary happens. You gain access to a state of consciousness that neuroscientist Jacobo Grinberg, in his studies with shamans and advanced meditators, identified as the point of absolute silence. This is not just a state of relaxation, but a portal to a completely different dimension of existence. A place where the rules of time and space, as we know them, simply cease to apply. And it is at this point that true regeneration becomes possible. The point of absolute silence is not the absence of sound you might find in a soundproof room. It is something much deeper. It is the absence of separation. It is that magical and rare moment when your mind becomes so quiet and your heart so harmonious that the distinction between you, the observer, and the observed world simply dissolves. Your consciousness ceases to perceive itself as an isolated point, a self trapped within a body, and recognizes itself as the very field of energy and information that permeates all things. In this sacred moment, the perception of linear time, the succession of past, present, and future simply stops. It's not that time slows down. It ceases to exist as a concept in your experience. Your body, responding to this shift in consciousness, enters a kind of vibrational suspension state. Metabolism slows to the point where breathing becomes almost imperceptible. Heart rate decreases, and the entire nervous system undergoes a complete reorganization, releasing stress patterns accumulated over years. It is precisely here, in this state of profound stillness, that true regeneration takes place. Think about it. Time, as a force of deterioration and aging, can only act upon that which offers resistance, upon that which is in conflict, in imbalance, and out of alignment. A stressed body and a chaotic mind are the perfect breeding ground for the action of time. But in a state of absolute coherence and silence, there is no resistance. There is no friction. Energy flows perfectly, without obstructions. Freed from the tyranny of chronological time, the body enters a mode of spontaneous and accelerated regeneration. It is as if each of its cells, upon immersing itself in this ocean of primordial stillness, remembers its original matrix of perfection, the divine design with which it was created. And from this memory, it begins to restore itself, to correct itself, and to rejuvenate itself according to this original design. It is a complete reset of the biological system back to factory settings. Thoth taught in his tablets that to become a master of death, one must first become a master of this silence. He knew that this state was not a gift reserved for a few, but an innate capacity of every human being. And most importantly, he revealed that there is a precise technique, a step-by-step method to consciously access this portal of regeneration. A method that does not require years of isolation in a monastery, but a focused intention and the awakening of the flame that resides in the heart. Now that we understand the theory behind this power, it's time to put it into practice. I will guide you step by step through the first phase of Thoth's secret technique. It's time to prepare your body and mind for this transformative experience, to tune your being to the frequency of regeneration. What you will learn now is the first practical step to taking control of time into your own hands. The secret technique of Thoth. Phase 1. The attunement. Now let's get to what really matters, the practical part. This is the first phase of the technique, the moment to prepare your body, your sacred temple, to receive the frequency of regeneration. Find a quiet place where you will not be interrupted. Sit in a chair with your spine straight, but without tension, or lie comfortably on your back. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention inward. The outside world can wait. This moment is just for you, an encounter with the power that resides within you. The first step is to calm the nervous system through breathing. Begin to breathe consciously and rhythmically, slower and deeper than normal. Inhale slowly through your nose, mentally counting to 4. Feel the fresh air entering, filling your lungs completely. Hold your breath for a brief pause, counting to 2, allowing the vital energy, prana, to be absorbed by each cell. Now, exhale gently through your mouth in a long and controlled manner, counting to 6. Releasing not only the air, but all the tension, worry, and weight of the day. Repeat this breathing cycle at least 6 times, or until you feel your body and mind begin to relax. This rhythmic breathing is not just a relaxation exercise. It is a powerful tool that induces your brain to shift frequency, moving away from beta waves associated with stress and mental activity, and into alpha and theta waves. These are the same states of consciousness that Jacobo Grinberg studied in his experiments, states that open the door to manipulating the perception of time. With your body now more relaxed and your mind more serene, bring your attention to the center of your forehead, the point between your eyebrows, the location of your third eye, the gateway to your pineal gland. Don't force it, just rest your attention there. Imagine at this point a small sphere of golden light pulsating gently in perfect synchrony with your breath. With each inhalation, see and feel this sphere of light expand, becoming a little brighter, more vibrant. With each exhalation, feel it consolidate, radiating a gentle warmth and a deep peace throughout your brain. Now, to anchor your intention directly into your energy field, let's use a power phrase, a command that, according to the teachings of Thoth, reprograms the body's biological information. Mentally repeat, with focus and feeling, the following phrase: "Time flows within me like regenerating light." Don't just repeat it like a parrot. Feel the vibration of each word echoing in every cell, like a direct command for your biology to reorganize itself according to a new frequency of youth and vitality. This is the first step, tuning your instrument. You have prepared your body, calmed your mind, and focused your intention. You have tuned the strings of your consciousness. But a complete symphony requires more than one movement. The true magic of regeneration requires a second step, a secret that Thoth revealed only to those whose hearts were ready to remember. A step that uses the power of your own memory to build a bridge to your younger self and rewrite the story of your present. The secret technique of Thoth. Phase 2, the memory of power. With your vibration now attuned and your intention anchored, the next step is to build the bridge that will connect your current consciousness to the regenerated state of time. To do this, we will use one of the most powerful tools you possess: your emotional memory. Bring to mind, clearly and vividly, a memory of wholeness. A specific moment in your life when you felt absolutely fulfilled, vibrant, strong, healthy, young, and full of inexhaustible energy. It doesn't have to be a major event or achievement. It can be a simple moment, a sunny afternoon at the beach, a fit of laughter with a friend, the feeling of strength during physical exercise, or an instant of pure peace and joy for no apparent reason. The important thing is not the memory itself, but the emotion it carries. Choose a memory that brings you a strong and positive feeling. Now, immerse yourself in this memory with all your senses. Don't see it as an old movie. Enter into it. See the colors of the environment, hear the sounds that were present, smell the scents, and most importantly, relive the emotion of that moment. Feel the vitality pulsing through your body as if it were happening right now. Feel the strength in your muscles, the clarity in your mind, the joy in your heart. This heightened emotion, charged with feelings of youth and fullness, is the exact vibrational signature of the state you want to recreate. It is the frequency you will use to tune into every cell of your body. The body doesn't know the difference between a real experience and an experience intensely lived in the imagination. For it, emotion is reality. Now imagine that this memory and the powerful emotion it carries begin to expand from the center of your chest, from your heart, like a wave of light and energy. See and feel this wave filling every part of your body, your feet, your legs, your abdomen, your arms, until it reaches the top of your head. See yourself living in this state of youth and vitality again, not as a memory of the past, but as an absolute and real presence in the present moment. Feel the energy of that youth dissolving any pattern of aging, pain, or illness. The more intensely you feel this emotion, the more quickly your body will obey the command. The body always follows the lead of consciousness and emotion. It is the servant, you are the master. Finally, after a few moments immersed in this sensation, gently release the image and the memory. Don't cling to them. Just remain silent for another moment, breathing normally, allowing the golden light of your pineal gland and the vibration of your integrity memory to fill the space between your thoughts. At this moment, mind and body are perfectly synchronized. Your energy field is coherent. This is where time bends to your intention. This is where cellular regeneration truly begins. When practiced consistently, this technique not only slows down aging, it teaches your body to remember the way back home to its original matrix of timeless perfection. And to further amplify this effect, we can integrate this technique with the wisdom of other cultures that have sought the same goal. The Thoth technique is a direct and incredibly powerful path, but its effectiveness can be multiplied exponentially when integrated with the wisdom of other ancestral traditions that in different parts of the world and at different times sought the same goal: the transcendence of time and the achievement of healthy longevity. The Taoist masters of ancient China, for example, developed Qigong, a sophisticated system of moving meditation aimed at cultivating and circulating qi, the vital energy, which is exactly the same concept as the Egyptian ka. Practices such as the eightfold brocade or the 6 healing sounds are sequences of gentle movements and conscious breathing that harmonize the energy of the internal organs, undo energy blockages, and open the body to absorb the pure energy of nature, nourishing life at its deepest root. Taoists knew that longevity does not come from fighting old age, but from cultivating an abundant and harmonious flow of vital energy, keeping the body like a freely flowing river rather than a stagnant pool of water. Traveling to India, we encounter Ayurvedic medicine, one of the oldest health systems in the world. Ayurveda offers an entire branch dedicated to rejuvenation, called Rasayana. These therapies utilize specific herbs, personalized diets, and daily routines, known as dinacharya, to restore vitality, purify the body of toxins, and reverse the damage caused by time. Ayurveda teaches us that aligning with the rhythms of nature, such as waking up early and going to bed early, is fundamental to maintaining internal balance and long-term health. From the icy peaks of the Himalayas, Tibetan monks bequeathed to us the famous 5 rites, also known as the Fountain of Youth. This is a series of 5 dynamic and simple exercises that activate and balance the body's main energy centers, known as chakras. The theory behind the rites is that aging is caused by a decrease in the rotation speed of these energy vortices. By practicing the rites daily, we keep the chakras spinning at high speed, which keeps the body young, flexible, and full of energy. What all these traditions, including the wisdom of Thoth and the scientific discoveries of Jacobo Grinberg, unequivocally show us is a profound and universal truth. Time is not an enemy to be fought, but a frequency of consciousness that can be tuned in. The body is a musical instrument, and all these ancestral practices are like different tuning methods that allow it to play the melody of eternity instead of the funeral march of decay. Integrating one of these practices into your daily routine, along with the 2-phase technique you've learned, creates a powerful synergy. You'll be working on your physical body, your energetic body, and your mental body simultaneously, transforming your being into a true fortress against deterioration. But what happens when you truly begin to live from this state of coherence? What is life like when you finally manage to step outside the clock and live in your own time? When you begin to integrate this practice into your daily life, even if only for a few minutes, the transformation begins to manifest in ways that go far beyond physical appearance. The first changes are subtle. You notice that your sleep becomes deeper and truly restorative, waking up with a feeling of rest that you may not have felt in years. Your energy during the day remains stable and constant, without those peaks and valleys of exhaustion that forced you to rely on caffeine or sugar to keep going. Your mind becomes clearer, more focused. The worries and anxieties that once seemed insurmountable mountains begin to lose their power, now appearing as small stones in the path. This is your inner time reconfiguring itself, your neural field returning to its natural state of coherence and harmony. The true miracle, however, is not just feeling better, but the complete transformation of your perception of reality. You will feel, viscerally, that time has stopped chasing you and has begun to flow in harmony with your inner rhythm. The rush, the urgency, and the anxiety that define modern life simply dissolve in the serene and powerful presence of the present moment. By practicing the Thoth technique, you are re-educating your cells one by one. You are reminding them of their immortal nature, of their original blueprint for perfection. Aging then loses its power over you. It becomes simply what it always was, a reflection of a consciousness that has forgotten its divine origin and its creative power. You discover in practice that youth is not a chronological age. It's not a number on a document. Youth is a vibration, a state of being, a frequency you can choose to tune into at any moment. Thoth said that he who knows the field, the energetic structure of reality, knows eternity. The secret has never been to defeat time in an impossible battle, but rather to merge with it, to dance with it, transforming every second of your life into an experience of living eternity. In this state, you not only live more years, you live more life in each year. You live outside of time. The knowledge has been delivered. The technique is now in your hands, a powerful key to unlock the door of your own self-imposed prison. The choice to use this key, to apply this knowledge, and to reclaim your timeless inheritance is, now and forever, entirely in your hands. You don't need to seek eternity in a distant place or in an uncertain future. Eternity isn't out there. It lives, pulsates, and breathes within you in this very moment, in every beat of your heart, in every breath you take. It's patiently waiting for you to remember who you truly are. The journey to your timeless nature doesn't end here. It only begins. The power has always been with you. Now you know how to use it. If you've made it this far, you're no longer the same person who started this video. You've received knowledge that few have access to, and this shows that your consciousness is ready for the next level. To seal this new frequency, leave the phrase in the comments, "I am the master of my time." Your journey to the end of this video is already a huge help to the channel, and I am very grateful for that. If you feel called to directly support our mission of spreading more content like this, there is a link to contribute in the first pinned comment. Any help is very important to me and to the growth of the channel, allowing this message to reach more people who are ready to awaken. And if you can't contribute, Just sharing this video with someone who needs to hear this already makes a gigantic difference. But don't leave yet. Your journey doesn't end here. I've prepared a special video for you to take the next step. Content that will delve deeper into what we've discussed and guide you in an even more practical way. Click on the video that's appearing on the screen now, and let's meet there.